What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hawk, and welcome to another episode of Hawk's Hoops. I ran into a couple of technical difficulties with my stand. My mic was acting up, got everything fixed, and now we're back in perfect time for Game 5 of the NBA Finals. I've been itching to talk about the Finals, and as I get ready to make this video, Adrian Wojnarowski just tweeted that Kevin Durant returns for Game 5. Now, currently, as we all know, the Warriors are down 3-1 to the Toronto Raptors. Big reason that people are saying that the Warriors are down is because they missed Kevin Durant so far throughout the whole series, and then they missed Klay Thompson for the fourth quarter of Game 2 and then all of Game 3. The series has been interesting because this series is showing the risk that the Warriors took when signing for Kevin Durant 2 years ago. When they got Kevin Durant, they pretty much went all in on their starting five and got rid of a lot of the bench depth that made them, the strength in numbers Warriors that won that first championship. So when Kevin Durant went down, that forced Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup. When Klay Thompson went down, that forced Sean Livingston into the starting lineup, and they just don't have any depth. The Toronto Raptors are also just outplaying the Warriors. They're out coaching them. They're blitzing Steph Curry on every pick and roll. They're running defenders at him, and they're just making it very, very hard for him to succeed. He did have that 45 plus 47 point game in Game 3 when Klay Thompson was out, but the Raptors still prevailed and were able to win that game. And when you watch the game, it almost feels like the depth that the Warriors are missing, the Raptors have, and you can see that the Raptors have that depth. They've had big games from Fred VanVleet, from Danny Green. Serge Ibaka came up with 20 off the bench one game. They just keep finding a new guy every game to step up and help Kawhi Leonard. And now speaking to Kawhi Leonard, it looks like, in my opinion, even with Kevin Durant coming back, I still have the Toronto Raptors winning tonight in Toronto, Game 5. The momentum is on their side. They're feeling confident, and I can tell by the press conferences I've heard from Kawhi, I've heard from Kyle Lowry, I've heard from some of the other guys, they're focused. They're not celebrating, they're not happy, they're not feeling too confident prematurely. They said they'll celebrate when the job is done. So, if they do get the job done and win tonight in Toronto, it makes me really wonder, what's Kawhi Leonard going to do? And it's funny because a reporter asked him during a press conference, there was a rumor going around that Kawhi Leonard already bought property in Toronto, and his response was, no, that hasn't happened yet. Keyword in that sentence is yet. So a lot of people have been speculating that it looks like Kawhi Leonard might decide to stay there. Reports have came out that the Clippers, who are a team that was really looking to sign Kawhi Leonard this summer, have kind of started to look into some contingency plans in case he does decide to re-sign with the Raptors. And with a player like Kawhi, you don't really know what he wants to do. You don't really know what he's going to do because he's just so focused on basketball. But I think he sees the potential with this Toronto Raptors team because they got some young players who will simply just get better moving forward if he decides to stay there. The Raptors have a shot at history. They have the chance to break up this Warriors dynasty that everyone's been angry at for the past 2 years and hoping someone can, kind of knock them off the top. They have the opportunity to win the first championship ever in their franchise. And they have the rare chance of winning a championship on your first time at the finals. And what I don't want to hear from people if the Raptors win this finals that, well, the Warriors were unhealthy. Well, Kevin Durant wasn't there most of the series. Well, Klay Thompson was out of game. Steph Curry was on his own. These things are all true. But at the end of the day, you have to play who shows up on the court. It doesn't matter if people are injured. No one is sad for people if they're injured. Warriors fans weren't sad for the Cavs when the Warriors beat a LeBron team that was missing Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. You just have to play who's in front of you. It's an 82-game season. You have to win 12 games to get to the finals. People are going to be injured. People are going to be banged up. Not everyone's going to be 100%. You just got to play who's in front of you. Tonight's game will have implications beyond who wins the NBA Finals. It'll shape the NBA for the next couple of years. A win or loss can decide if Kawhi Leonard stays in Toronto or Kevin Durant decides to leave. Klay Thompson's free agent this year. There's a lot of just on the line in terms of the landscape of the NBA outside of just who's the current champion. And it's going to be decided tonight, in my opinion. I have the Toronto Raptors winning tonight. However, my little brother gave me a interesting observation. He said, it's a big if, but if the Toronto Raptors lose tonight and the Golden State Warriors win, he thinks the Warriors can pull it out and just keep winning and just win it all the way into Game 7 and win the NBA Finals, because then the momentum will have shifted to their side. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Toronto Raptors will finish it out today, but stranger things have happened. Who do you guys think will win tonight? If you think the Raptors are going to lose, do you think they can still win the NBA Finals? I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.